Could the Alola champion fall short in reaching his goal at the end of Pokemon Journeys? Let's talk about it. Will Ash Ketchum lose to Leon? Now, this is a possibility I was not expecting to discuss this early on, but here we are, because a trusted source on Twitter has just given us some big information regarding the anime and one soundtrack from the Pokemon Journeys Volume 2 album. You're probably thinking right now, what does a song have anything to do with Ash losing to Leon? Well, the trusted source who goes by One Valentine posted a tweet giving us a statement by the head composer of Pokemon Journeys. Head composer Yuki Hayashi, also known for his My Hero Academia soundtracks, talked about one specific soundtrack in the Journeys album, called Weakness. He explains it's a song that expresses Ash's feelings of how he can't reach the top of the championships. Now, you can interpret this in multiple ways. Ash is basically at the top of the championships. The Masters 8 is as high as you can go in the Pokemon world. So it's clearly not that he's feeling frustrated that he's not in the Masters 8, but he's frustrated that he can't reach the top. The top of the championships, of course, is the one and only World Champion Leon. So why would Ash be feeling like this if he hasn't felt like this before? And that's why I believe that this song might play after Ash loses to Leon. If you listen to the song, which I will put the link to in the description of this video, first things first, it's very beautiful. Yuki never fails to disappoint. However, the vibes I get from it really sounds like an instrumental that would play if Ash lost in the final battle, rather than won. If you go back and listen to when Ash won the Alola League and beat Kukui, the soundtracks were very more upbeat and vibrant. Of course, the possibility is still there that let's say Leon loses and they play the song, it would work. But the soundtrack wouldn't really emphasize and create the right atmosphere that focuses on Ash's biggest achievement yet, being #1. In the Pokemon anime community, majority of people believe that Ash will defeat Leon in the finals and become the new world champion. The reason for this is that there's so much going for it and pushing in the direction for Ash to succeed. This specific battle was teased all the way back in episode 13, with Ash having an imagination of battling Leon in Wyndon Stadium. This most likely foreshadows that Ash will reach the finals and face Leon. Of course, everyone wants Ash to win and be the world champion, but by Ash defeating Leon, it comes with a massive cost. There are a lot of limitations that come with being the strongest trainer in the world, not just for the main character, but for the series as a whole. Ash will never be the same if he becomes the strongest trainer in the world. This part is more heavy on the writers and producers of the Pokemon anime. It's doable, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a bit of a challenge for them if Ash is still the main face of the Pokemon anime and is the strongest trainer in the world, especially going forward into the Scarlet and Violet anime, as there's a lot of things that Ash can't do anymore, such as losing. Ash can't lose. Imagine they repeat the Black and White trip situation, coming to a new region and then Ash loses to Nemona in the first episode. That would ruin Ash's character and ruin the start of maybe an amazing series. Also, the fanbase would go absolutely nuts. That's just one example of the negatives that comes with Ash defeating Leon, and not just that, being the main character of the Scarlet and Violet anime. However, we're not going to delve too much on that in this video. I've already talked about how they could fit Ash in the Scarlet and Violet anime, so I recommend you check that one out after this video. It would be mad if they do a complete Uno reverse on us, when most of us thought that Ash was going to win and finally beat Leon, then he just loses. But hey, most of us thought when the Masters 8 was announced that we would be getting the most wanted battle, being the Ash vs Alain rematch. Sadly, it didn't happen, even though it made the most sense. So with this anime, anything is possible. Another major thing to notice, thanks to the awesome Griffin on Twitter, is that we know there's going to be a total of 131 episodes for Pokemon Journeys, actually making it one of the shortest series in the Pokemon anime. Apparently we have 2 new Chloe episodes for episodes 119 and 120, which I will talk about in another video. Then there's the semi-finals that needs to be covered for Diantha vs Leon and probably Ash vs Cynthia, so that would roughly be 3 episodes. After that, there's the finals, which needs to be at least 3 episodes for it to reach that top tier standard. And lastly, they must climax the Project Mew arc and the final episode of Pokemon Journeys. So
big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
They have so much to wrap up in such a short period of time, like roughly 10 to 12 episodes, and that's not a lot. Of course, we must understand that there's so much that happened behind the scenes production wise throughout the 3 years of this series running. Like the change of writers, also the 19 as I call it, which put Journeys on hiatus a few times, so there's a lot to factor into all of this. But if Ash really was going to defeat Leon, I would expect more promotion for this battle, and more episodes left so it doesn't feel so rushed and tight spaced. Though that promotion for the finals may possibly get closer as we get to those dates. Me personally, I see Ash winning rather than losing. Though of course, I did have that little doubt in the back of my mind that Ash could lose this battle. And I think most people can agree that they also had this tiny doubt that Ash could lose here. If Ash loses to Leon, I don't think the fans should compare this loss to the same as the Alain loss. Yes, I do understand the similarities between them as both series hyped up Ash in some way that it seems like he's going to win the tournament of that respective series. However, the stakes here are different. The difference between the world level and regional level is a massive jump, so Ash placing second here isn't that bad at all. Of course, we will all be really sad to see if Ash loses against Leon because I don't think anyone wants to see the Alola champ lose, especially after how hard he's worked and trained with his Pokemon to get here. But this ain't no Ash vs Alain or Ash vs Gladion. This match is Ash versus the strongest trainer in the world. Winning here is a major achievement, and even coming second in the world is amazing. But let's not take away the fact that even reaching the Masters 8 is a huge achievement in itself. Our boy is the 8th strongest in the world. So as long as they go ham with the animation, I mean like Sun and Moon, XYZ and Diamond and Pearl level, I personally will be satisfied and alright with Ash losing here. Because as I said, second in the world is nothing to scoff at. Also, I don't see Ash losing to Steven or Cynthia in this tournament, only Leon. But just recapping, how the composer stated that this song shows the feelings of Ash's frustration not being able to reach the top of the championships, and how the soundtrack gives those Ash losing vibes, I think the possibility is there that Ash might actually lose to Leon. But as always, I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think Ash will actually lose to Leon? Or do you think this is just a major throw off to the community and Ash will become the world champion at the end of Journeys? Comment them all down below. Be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon Journeys videos. It's been your boy Aurazora, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.